Hi guys! So today we're going to talk about using a Cricut mat in our Silhouette Cameo. So you might prefer to use Cricut mats because they're cheaper. Last week I got 2 of them for $6.99 on Amazon as opposed to my $8 and under buy price on one Cameo mat. If I can find it for less than $8, I will grab one. So half the price basically. Maybe your local craft store doesn't sell Silhouette mats, but they sell Cricut mats and you need one in a hurry. For whatever reason that you want to use a Cricut mat, yes you can. The only problem is the dimensions are different. So if I were to line up these edges, you can see there's a lot of extra space around the top and the side. So when you load the mat in your machine, instead of your starting point being up here, it's down here. And so you're going to waste that top bit if you're loading it within the grid. People can compensate by moving it over to the left a little and feeding it in a little more, but if you're like me, I just want to be able to use the grid, slap it on there and go. And so I'm going to show you some little tricks that I use. And so I have my cutting mat and my favorite lip edge ruler that if you've watched any of my videos you've probably seen me use, and I'm going to use a rotary cutter. If you don't have a rotary cutter, that's fine. You don't need to buy one. You can use scissors. You can use a blade. You could use an X-Acto knife, a box cutter, whatever you have available you can use to do this. But I'm just going to show you my way and then figure out how you want to do it if you want to do it. So I'm actually going to remove the plastic. It is a lot easier for me if I can use the sticky to my advantage. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my old Cameo mat, and yes, you do need one of your old mats to do this. I'm going to take my old Cameo mat and I'm going to line it up with the grid. And you want to make sure you're getting it exact because the whole point of doing this is so that our alignment is right. So we just want to line this up so that our grid is the same. And now we're going to trim around the Cameo mat, cut off this excess on the Cricut so that the Cricut mat will fit in our machine. So again, I'm just going to use my lip edge ruler and a rotary cutter. You can mark it with a marker, cut it with scissors, however you want to do it, whatever works for you. But this is what I found works best for me. Get it lined up. It's kind of hard to see, especially the way my lighting is, and with the camera overhead I can't really get up over it to look at what I'm doing. And there's still a little bit of stick left on my Cameo mat, so it makes my stuff stick really good, which helps. So lock that in, and you have to use a little bit of force. It's a little harder than cutting paper, but it's not super tough. So we're just going to cut that edge off. And then you can see our edges are the same, they line up. So the distance from this line to the top is the same on the Cricut mat as it is on the Cameo mat. So let me do all 4 sides. And there we go. So we have now trimmed our Cricut mat to be the same dimensions as our Cameo mat. So I'm just going to peel this off. And now you can go from either direction because we trimmed it on all 4 sides. If you're like me, I use a lot of scraps, and so I tend to use the top part or the left side of the mat the most, and it'll leave the other half kind of untouched for a while. So when that side gets used up, I just flip it over and load it back in. And it's not going to void your warranty like some people like to say. And my Cameo 2 here is probably 4 years old, so I don't have a warranty anyway. But there's always somebody that's going to say that, but that's not true. But then you can just line it up, load it, and now your alignment is perfect, just like if you were using your Silhouette mat, and you're good to go. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've done this before, if you do it a different way. I'd love to hear how you do it. Again, this is just one way. You can use a marker and scissors, however you want to do it. You can mark on here where you need to load it if you don't want to trim it down. However you want to do it. I'm going to drop my protective sheet back on here so I don't get any random stuff. I keep my mats clean for a while by using lint rollers. I just lint roll right over my mat. I don't re-sticky my mats. I get a couple months use out of them, and then I just chuck them. But this is definitely a better price than this. So, you know, it's an option. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to drop links to everything I used in the description down below, so you can check out everything there. And again, if you have a question, let me know. And thank you guys. Have a great night.